All right, dude. Nice to see you again. So, okay, let's go because let's focus on the actual page you want to create. Yeah, in terms of what is it? What is that page going to focus on? As what is the business about? And most importantly, the biggest question you can ever understand and ask yourself: what is the problem that your business is resolving? Yeah, I'm going to write that right out in front of us so we can just look at it, because this is the key, like to always know this such that we're never going off track, you know, in any kind of
Yeah.
thing we're putting out there, in any kinds of words we're saying. What is, it's over here. Oops. Let's get rid of that. What is the problem that your business is resolving? And also actually a sub question: what is the value that you are giving that is solving that problem? Super simple questions, but it's just so important to just always know this. Otherwise, you know, we forget why we're here a lot of the times, right? We forget why we're writing the pages. We forget what we're asking them to do. We forget why they should, you know, want to buy. We forget all that kind of stuff. If we go off things in here. So the key word there is problem. So we know if always remember that.
Yeah.
And the value that you're solving. So I've just written myself a little template. It's easy for me to go through when we're kind of building up towards this stage, because rather than jumping straight into let's make a funnel, let's make a page, let's do some technical stuff and build up graphics and stuff, the content is so much more. It's so much more important to have the right content than the right
Yeah.
image and the right graphics and the right design. Right? You could have the most
Mm-hmm.
page, but with amazing content, and when the content's good, they're gonna want to think it's gonna hook them enough, right?
Yeah.
To take interest and be curious, and that's what we want, right? And then the next step will make them more curious, and then it leads more towards like your business. But to begin with, it's got to be the focus on helping them get out of their pain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So before even knowing the answers to these questions, we got to know the first thing, which is who is your target market. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who is your target market? And it's got to be niche as much as possible, right? So
Okay.
I know you've already answered these questions in the questionnaire, but it's easy just to dialogue it out, and I'll just type whilst you speak. So that way you can just speak in flow, and I'll
Yeah.
question you if I want more details.
Okay. So my target market is, I think, corporate companies, um, corporate companies with more than, I think we need to go for more than 50 employees, really.
Okay.
Um,
Is that like a good like amount, like greater than 50? What about, what is it less than?
oh, sorry, that was a estate agent. Sorry.
Okay.
Um, yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah. So employees, more than 50 employees. I know that I like working with pharmaceuticals. I've worked in a few pharmaceutical companies,
Okay.
and I have worked with people like architects, because I suppose they work long hours, and the longer the work, the you know the more the performance can potentially go down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I've done something like solicitors cries out for me, because it's, I suppose it's similar in a way. You know, the longer hours, they are prone to working long hours, and if they're working long hours, then they're going to get problems specifically with, bad back, bad shoulders, burnout, that kind of thing. So I think those are the main ones that I should be targeting.
Okay. So these are kind of different. They are kind of different in the sense that they're not the same industry.
Yeah.
But like in terms of them as a company, like your approach to them, and like like how your page might look towards them, and all this kind of stuff, there are slight differences. And if you can understand truly, right, why there's a true problem there, a true problem there, a true problem there, right? Because imagine if you're speaking to a page, do you have employees who are suffering from perhaps burnout or whatever? Or do you worry sometimes that your employees might be lowering productivity or whatever, right? And imagine if you can relate that to their specific industry, right? So for example, as an architect company, it's like, because of all the this kind of projects, which are like kind of their key terms, right? It's kind of the architectural kind of world, right?
Yes.
If it's so specific, right? And there's a ton of pharmaceutical companies, there's a ton of architects who meet your market, right? So it's not like you're going to run out of options because you've gone so niche. So I would suggest, just for the sake of this session, right, which is like a limited time,
stick to one.
Have one really specific. So you choose what is one really specific, such that I'll let you know how specific to get, but if I just choose from those three.
I would then choose solicitors.
Okay, so let's say you're choosing solicitors, right? And you can definitely make tailored content towards solicitors if you believe you have. This is all about, it's fine, you're choosing your target market, right? We want to know that. Now we want to know two things. What is the problem that your business is resolving, because you have the value that is solving that problem? So you have to first know, is there a market for it, right? So let's start with that, about there being a market for it, which means they have a problem that needs solving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I ask you, within this target market, who is the person you are addressing? Like, what you got this name, solicitors. What does that mean, right? As in terms of who is your target market, who is the person you want to be one-to-one in front of?
I'd want to be in front of the, I suppose, the HR or decision maker. Is that the answer you wanted?
It depends on what you think, right? So obviously you want to do massages for employees, right? But the audience for your marketing, for the sale, is going to be what you're saying there, right? The HR decision maker.
Yeah.
And you need to research, is that the true decision maker as well? So you basically, you do want the decision maker. So that's right. It's good to have, you want to know the decision maker. For example, HR, or I don't know, could be anything, right?
Yeah.
And to find these questions, find these answers out, you can do your own market research. You can do your own callings and just find out from one that's open to share with you who would be that person if they were to have something like that. And then you can call the next company, right, with more confidence behind what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So always bear in mind, this is the person we're always referring to, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're the decision maker. The thing about what's the problem, right? Who has the problem? So actually, maybe in this case, it's more like the stakeholder of the company, right? The main stakeholder of the company. So, for example, the CEO, right? Like,
Yes.
Who do you want to see the page that you're going to create? Because obviously you're going to have a sale meeting with someone. Who is it you want? to see the page, who's going to recognize that problem, is going to want to do something about it and make that happen?
I don't know why, but I'm not really understanding my logic behind it. But I think I want to go to the HR first, because potentially they understand the importance of well-being. Might be a little bit more, what's the new term? Emotionally intelligent to what the staff need. And then for them to translate that to the boss, to say we have an answer to your problem, which is how to get more productivity or how to get more profit in your business.
Okay.
I suppose the most direct way would just be go to the CEO and say, you know, do you want more profit in your business? I work with businesses.
So let's go into like the problems then, because that might help us shape and make us really understand like who is the person that's most concerned with this problem, right? Because that's the key thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's about the decision maker, but also whose problem is it?
Yeah.
Whose problem is it? So, okay, just speak out loud some of the problems you're saying.
So problems are low productivity.
Okay.
Absenteeism, people not turning up. Subsection of that is stress, back pain, sickness.
I'm gonna put these in sections. So this is like the direct kind of problem.
Yeah.
And then you've got the consequential flow, right? So
okay.
You got stress, back pain, low productivity, as a result of, it's kind of two different problems, but yeah, we'll put them together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just keep talking.
And then I suppose people getting burnt out, which is it's on the opposite side of low productivity, but it still ends up being the same, like coming back around full circle.
Okay.
And I suppose another problem can be staff turnover, which I suppose the problem of that is, it's costly, and it's also to do with, through research, I've found that it's mainly to do with how managers relate to their staff. It's pretty much the number one reason.
And the turnover, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just speaking in terms of problem. So we've got, okay, fine, there's a problem. Employees have stress and back pain. Okay, there's not turning up, therefore, you know, going into like the bigger world problems of why they will think, that's a big reason for me to think, like, you know, as a CEO, if I think I've seen, like, if employees are being burnt out, that's the CEO's fault, essentially. I mean, a lot of it is coming down to the CEO because they should be managing this or managing their people to manage this. But like problems could be what's the consequence of them, right? Or if there's a backlash on them for their employees feeling like this, right? as if the CEO didn't lead by example or didn't step in to observe that this is actually going on or whatever. Thinking on that level, because again, who is this going to? Yeah. And that's what they want. Like, if I ask you right now, like, let's say without doing pages and you were just kind of calling, you're just having conversations, why would they want to listen? Why would they actually want to listen to whatever you're talking about, right? And it should be because first of all, they have a relationship with you, right? But they understand they do have a problem, right?
Yeah,
and what makes them feel that? What makes them feel they surrender to actually having a problem and now wanting to do something about it, right? That's kind of the key thing. So just bear that in mind. I put some examples. That could be competition, obviously, employee satisfaction, and just like I don't know. We just say like CEO example. Like that's on one end of the scale, right? That's the problem that they don't want it to be. Therefore, they value not having to have that problem. But you want to. I was thinking about this last night with your particular, business. So, what's the difference between someone who says, "Yeah, cool, I understand, but we're completely fine right now, right? Our staff are very happy," and what's the difference between that and someone who says, "Okay, come see us. Let's talk. Let's see what this is. How this is going to benefit us." What's the difference between those two people in terms of whether they see that or not?
I suppose they've got to realize that they've got a problem first, in a way.
What are the problems that they would genuinely feel because of recognizing it?
Maybe they would have staff not turning up, or they would understand that they do have a level of staff turnover, and I suppose it's easy to understand maybe it isn't, or I think it's maybe there's a thing now at the moment where people are really into mental health, well-being of the staff, and they potentially want to be showing to do something about that to keep ahead of the game.
Okay, so that means there's a characteristic in them already that they're into well-being, right?
Yeah.
Themselves, not because it's like it's good to look like you're into well-being, but they genuinely are. So you said an important thing there, like we were speaking before about what could be the problem, right? What could happen, but it's actually better if they already have the problem, right?
Yeah.
So rather than you're talking about prevention, you're kind of talking about healing, because you're speaking to the CEO who has that problem. If a CEO notices in their business that staff aren't turning up, if a CEO is aware that, yeah, my staff turnover is shocking right now, like I want it to go, I don't want it to be that, it's really costing us. When you come in as someone saying, I help CEOs ensure, here's a way to make sure you keep your staff for longer or whatever, right? Whatever methods or anything, they're more likely to listen, right?
Yeah.
If they are the one. So you want to think, who is the person you're speaking to, right? Is the one who has the problem, yeah? So we're always referring to that. And when you truly, really always remember, this person has the problem, right? That makes your page so much clearer. That makes your speaking conversation so much clearer. You have less objections and restrictions to approach because you're not trying to do anything other than help them solve their problem, right? The only
Yeah.
way you're going to know they have that problem, right, is through things like this. If you have a page and they randomly see it and they're like, they opt in. They normally opt in because
They know they've got the problem.
exactly, because that's the way you've structured your content, right? You've designed it such that the one who opts in is likely the one who has the problem.
Got it.
And the beautiful thing about that is once you've got that lead, right, you've got their contact details forever, right? And you
And
can
then you can
find
keep
out
on retargeting them, I suppose.
exactly.
Like little adverts every now and then to, you know, give them a little bit of value on what they could do, you know, just a little mini skill thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, keep them in the loop until the time's right.
Cool. That's good, right? You're getting it just from having that little brainstorm exercise. That this is where the value is at, right? When you're not just writing anything and you're not talking about your services all the time, but it's more about the problem they have that they want to understand more about, right? So just quickly, we won't go too long into this because this is kind of a detailed exercise as if you're having a proper building a business session, right? Let alone building a funnel. But the funnel is the business, right? This is the thing. The funnel is truly the business. It's a representation of the whole business in one place, right?
Yeah.
You can obviously do other things like being in front of people, which is obviously more personal and better. But the funnel is to literally take a copy of the real world example of you going out there and pitching and all this stuff into websites essentially, and emails and messages automated. So just the key thing to bear in mind, like what would you do in the one-to-one stage? Why would they listen and all that stuff? That's the thing you want to think of. Now you're putting it onto paper and then into electronic website. So quickly, what is the value that you are giving that is solving that problem? And when I say the value, think of the best you've got, not the freebie. Think of the best you've got.
The best.
That they would genuinely be like, wow, I really want that. That's solving my problem.
Would that be like the total upsell kind of?
Yeah, literally the end of your top of your value ladder.
Okay, so the best top of the value ladder would be I would be supplying them with I'd supply a way for the staff turnover, how to stop the staff turnover, and I would have like a direct script of how to speak to staff when they're about to leave. They would be able to spot how the staff are when they are thinking about leaving, in order to get them to stay. And then I would give them tools to I would give them the tools into understand what communication is at the moment and what works, because that is the main reason why staff leave. And so by changing the communication, that will help them to stay. So I suppose in a nutshell, it's a communication that will help, that is conducive to a brilliant working environment where people want to stay.
Okay.
It would have massage to help stop back pain. So the massage would stop the back pain to keep them present. The massage would also help them to keep, relaxed.
Like that, keep them present.
Yeah, it would help them also to, it also helps with sickness as well. So if they're feeling like if they have a low immune system, it actually boosts the immune system as well.
Okay.
And it also helps with productivity, because the more the staff are likely to feel that the company is doing something for them,
Yeah.
the more likely they are want to put back into the company.
Okay, I'm going to highlight communication and massage. Because they don't really care about the massage. They want the benefits of it.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you can package it in a cool way, they're like, that does sound pretty interesting in terms of something they could implement. So I think that it's looking like you've got some kind of structure in terms of, okay, this is what we're going to make the content related towards. Such that the person who, when they read it, the CEO, for example, or HR might see it. This is where it gets interesting, right? Who's actually looking at it? But let's say it's the CEO, because that is the person's problem, right? It is their problem. It's not the HR's problem. It's the CEO's problem. I mean, you'll understand this more than me, right? If HR are responsible for that sort of thing, then fine, it's them, right? But for the purpose of this sake, right, for this session, we'll focus on the CEO as if they're running their own business with that many employees. And okay, we'll use this. We'll always refer to this when we do our content, right? Another side of knowing what is the problem is also what is the pleasure, right? But I think we'll just wing that. But that is something also to consider. So what is the pleasure that they will get?
The pleasure.
We won't go into this now because this is just an example exercise. It would just something to consider as well. Yeah. Okay, cool. So based on the idea that that is the best you're giving, right? In terms of, like, when I say best, I mean it's like it's actually going to solve their problem, right? Like it's actually real results are gonna change, are gonna happen. You're gonna see and notice this, right? That's what I mean by the best. But we can't just give the best away for free, right? We can't just give that. So what can you give as a taster towards the best value you've got for free?
I could initially I could give them a mini snippet on some of the statistics on back pain.
Yeah.
And what it costs businesses. I could say a little bit about the importance of good communication and how that costs the business of the not having good communication. And then I could give a couple of mini tips on why things like yoga and massage help the staff feel valued so that they produce more. And I could have I could do 30 minutes of massage for the staff. So maybe 3 staff members. I could give 3 staff members a massage for 10 minutes each. And from the feedback that the staff members give, I could feed that back to them, and I could.
Okay, so you'd be meeting these staff members yourself, like it's the CEO sending their staff to you.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, on site. So if I could say, okay, the part of this consultation, what I will do for you for free is if you invite 3 staff members that you feel that they need a little bit more productivity from, or if you feel that they are if you think they deserve, you know, that kind of treatment, you know, for, you know, specific results, you know, they've produced over the past or whatever, you can invite them to have a massage in like this room.
This is a free massage.
Yeah, free massage.
Okay.
And yeah,
It's interesting. So basically, there's two types of things. There's the actual understanding through communication. That's probably easy to communicate as, you know, something that they can relate to.
yeah,
And then there's another type of product that is kind of like a package, right? You've got the tools and communication, and you've got the practical. So they've got the verbal stuff or whatever, and you've got the practical change, physical change.
yeah,
So something such that when they read this free thing or hear about or watch this thing you're going to talk about, write about, whatever, it piques their interest enough to think, try this guy out. Let me actually try this guy out in terms of, you know, he's offering this is free. I do have this problem that he's saying I have, and I don't want this problem anymore, right?
Mm.
I'm willing to do something about it. As a free offer, what would, like, literally, what is that free? What would you say that free offer could be? I think you were saying about the inviting for the massages. So this is also before we get into the marketing and making a page in terms of putting it out there and doing stuff with that. You got to test the concept as well, right? So they always say this, failing on paper is way better than failing in physical. So what that means is put it down on paper as a concept, right? If people aren't buying the concept, there's no point going into the physical manifestation of the thing, right?
Yeah. So market test if that would work for them in a sense.
I mean, your page is going to help with some market testing anyway. The real market testing is there actually a problem, right? In terms of, is there real factual, this is a serious problem, right? That's great.
Yeah.
Then it's market testing the value that you're giving in terms of, you know, they have the problem. Now it's a case of, do they go with your offer about what you could give, right?
Yeah.
So let's keep it super simple for the purpose of, you know, giving you a page, right? End of the day, we want to create this page funnel for you. We've got some structure to it. We've got some content to it. And let's say, for example, you create a report or some sort of statistics. I think, yeah, the stuff about the communication as one example, definitely give them insights and all this kind of stuff. And we can use that to, what do we want to happen now? We want them to not just get the report, which is great because you've got their contact details. You want the next step now, right? This is where the value ladder comes into play, right? This is the best you've got. This is actually everything worth it to them, right? But they might not invest into that so quickly, right? They need something to get to know you first and see your value first to believe it's worth it. So always align everything you're giving towards what's going to be there, because that is truly the best thing. And all of this stuff is like high level version of this. When you get here, this is the granular, detailed everything of this.
Yeah.
So you can still bring in massage into that, but let's play around with it. So what I want to say now is we got some content. Now what we want to do, I got this membership yesterday. It's really cool. I can basically draw funnels, and it's so nice to look at visually. So project, scroll on, yeah, Anthony. Okay, so you understand the concept of a funnel in the sense that it is a sequence of pages, right? People go from place to place, yeah? Like you start on one page, then you click some buttons, put your address in, and then you go to the next thing, right?
Yeah.
All the way towards your best end product, right? Or some sort of product.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's not just actually about pages. It could be emails. It could be messenger chatbots. It could be Facebook groups. Anything that's used to take them through the funnel. that helps direct them through. So typically to start with, we start with something called a opt-in page. So put that here, right? This, sorry, yeah.
Oh, I mean.
So this is where you collect their email, right? And you do that. Yeah, you do that by giving something of value, right? Like the free gift we're saying, right? In order to have the free gift that I'm giving, which by the way they will want because they've got the problem that that gift is solving, right? They just need to put in their email address and they'll get what they came for, right? So that way now you've got their contact details, right? Like it could be a phone number, it could be an email address, but either way you've got a way to reach them, because why would you want to do that? If they've opted in, remember we said they've got the problem, right? So you want to have an option, you want to have a way to get back to them, right? So, but ideally we want it to be where they come to you, right? So what happens next? So next, ideally, so they're going to get a lot of value from the report. What would you want next? You would want them to invite you to have a consultation about this.
Yes.
Yeah, would that be a good thing? So basically, so let's say for example, okay, we have a page and I'll call it, let's show more sales. I'll call it upsell, even though we're not selling yet.
Okay.
It's just basically the next offer, right? So basically, this will happen. Let me make it bigger. I can't make it bigger. So I'll call this the next offer page. Yeah. So what happens here is that grabbed their attention, right? And therefore they're like, okay, I'll get this report. I need it, right? And they'll get it in an email. So I think I can search emails here. One sec. Yeah, in the email. Now, because it's in the email, they can access the report, right? So I'll say email with report. That's how you know they're going to give you their right email address, right? So that they have to access it. They need the email. But also, you know that you've already got their contact, but this is the best time, right? This is the best time to speak to them about something more to help them solve their problem, right? And you can give a snippet of something here, but you can give even more here, right? And this even more is actually getting to be with you one-to-one, right? So you're giving them a paper value document here, right?
Yeah.
Which is going to teach them something, which is going to help them in some way. But you're offering for free, right? You're offering to invite you, right, to meet with them or even have a phone call, right? Something such that you have interested people who have the problem that you can help them solve.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this could be a page to say, invite me, right? Or book a meeting with me. And I'm going to share some more value with you as well.
Yeah.
So that's the idea of what this page is.
Yeah.
And this button here, it won't say buy now. You can't change it here. It won't say buy now, but it would say, you know, book a meeting with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next offer to book a meeting. And then, sorry. Then there'll be some external website you can set up calendar meetings and stuff like that. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if I have that option here to show. Yeah, meeting done. And that takes them there.
Ah, great.
I don't know if I can put an arrow. I don't know. I did. But you get the picture, right?
Yeah.
Literally, you get the picture. So this is what we're going to create. We're going to create a capture page, capture their attention, capture their email. That's what it's for. A follow-up page, which is where now you do something that asks more from them. Rather than just give their email address, it's saying, now book a meeting with me, right? The reason why? Because this is going to really teach them something. They realize, oh crap, I need to do something about this. right? And because you're offering this for free, they're like, yeah, let's see, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what this also helps with is, even if you just reach out to companies, reach out and say, again, if the conversation is similar, right? It's about their problem, right? It's about, do they have this going on in their company, because you can help with that. When they say, yeah, sure, have you got some information? You send them this page, right? And you let them see, this is how you can book a meeting with me. So you let them know this is what the funnel will become. You don't say the word funnel, but you let them know, here's a page, you can book a meeting with me from there. So just get your free report, and the next page will show you how you can do that.
Yeah.
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 And then you got that happening. And then you actually have a meeting. And then it's up to you, right? What do you do in that meeting? But I think for the stage you're at right now, you'll be happy just to be able to have meetings, right? It's just in a systematic kind of way, because your page is all set up. It's all, the work is done. All you need to do now is get your page out there, right? And if your page is done so well, right, that is the best you could have done it, then every time someone sees it, it should be that they are genuinely interested, or a percentage of them will, right?
Yeah.
But at least because you've done the work once, right, it's saved, and you don't even have to be present, right? You can just have this link go out there somehow, and when people come across it, they're getting true raw value content from you without you being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the point. So I guess from here, now we can start actually putting this, what we see in front of us, into an actual funnel, right? Into some actual web design and all that kind of stuff. So this is the exciting bit. All right. So I'm going to show you, I think I've got some examples. Let me go to Excel. So it's basically, the way I do it is, let me just go to the next cell. I use a software, right? And this is what it's called, ClickFunnels, right? And what that does, it has ready-made templates, right? It has ready-made templates to be able to just pick and choose from other people's pages that have made their pages, right? Just replacing their text, their graphics, their stuff with what you would want to replace it with, right?
Yeah.
And it also gives you the option to then just customize more about it, so that, let's just open some examples. It gives you the option to then customize more about it, right? So that you make it how you want to make it, right? But also bear in mind that all the templates that are given, so here's one example. So here's an example of a page, right? It's got a top, it shares some information, it's got some, some more information about what's inside, what other people have said about it. So that's also another important thing. If you have it, if you have testimonial feedback from what other people say about you, that's way more powerful than what you say about you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can document that on your website. That's how it starts, and that's how you're starting now. Essentially, you're going to get some case studies from some of these appointments, and the next time you can say, this is what people got from the free appointment that we had, right? So here's an example of one page, right? So I'm just going to open up a lot of them. If there's any that you really like, let me know and we'll save them, yeah? And then all we're going to do is we're just going to change the words and the image to be you. Yeah?
Yeah.
So here's another one. I'll let you know as well what I think. So ideally, you want to really capture them quick, right?
Yeah.
So, they're not playing around, they're not goofing around the rest of the website. It's just what it is, yeah? So
I think the first one looks all right. Because it looks a bit solicitor. I think solicitors would make calls, and that picture looks all right. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to look.
That's perfectly fine. Just bear in mind that what your message is as well. So, okay, if we're focused on solicitors, there's obviously a more B2B professional look to it as well. So when I flick through these examples, you're going to see that a lot of them are. This is kind of professional. It's probably just that bit over there that could have been more, straight.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's quite clean. It's quite slick. So that's another example. I'm just going to keep opening lots here, and then we'll quickly browse through which doesn't work or not. So again, there's something. These have all got books, but we can just change the pictures to be like sheets.
Got it.
Because ideally, you don't want to create a book. You want to have something short that they can grasp and get instant value.
Yeah.
So that's another one, right? To get it, put the email address in, and it's got. This is quite common. They have like a 3 points what you can get from it, right? So they know it's worth downloading. It's not just a gimmick. And again, because it resolves problems that they have. Here's another one when it comes up. So it's slightly more feminine with the colors. Again, colors and all that can also be changed, but it's more like just the style of the page, right? So
yeah,
that's another one. Probably not as much for your audience. There's that. But it's literally, I picked out the ones that work for coaches because that's what my niche are. And then it comes down to how can we tweak that for you because you're a slightly different niche. Okay, so yeah, that's another one. This one doesn't have a lot of content, right? It's just straight in to capture and then to get an email. So if you prefer to have a bit more value on the front, a bit more, reason on the front, then you wouldn't use something like this.
Okay, yeah. And I suppose I want to give them a reason. I want to show them that there is some authority so that they they can trust that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one looks quite, but I think I just need.
So that one's okay. It says I'm going to it's going to show you this. If you had some facts, some percentages, some stats,
yeah,
they'll see that, right? And if there's stats that match what's going on with them, that would work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because you're not giving away too much here, that means your next page, when you give more, it will feel like, I think that would be a good natural step, actually. This is giving enough to capture attention. The next page is you are going to do a video of some sort, maybe, and that's going to share more, right?
Yeah.
Personally from you. So but this could be a good template. It's quite sleek. It's quite clean. We can change the colors or whatever. But essentially, it's about the wording we're going to put on here, right? So when we put some words on it, let's make a difference. So I think, should we choose this one?
Yeah, I think that one matches. It looks professional.
Yeah.
It already works without changing much to it.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. It's good. I mean, it's literally something you just play around with when you choose templates, but it's one that you resonate with, and you can go on forever. There's so many templates. But the point is, we just want to get working and create an output for you in this session, right?
Brilliant.
So that's you, and let's keep that. So let's find that and let's create it. So this is where you get to see how it's done. So that's the page we want to get to. And by the way, when you click that, then the email pops up, right?
Right. Yes.
I want to see it, and then the email. So basically, it's like some people are like, oh, I don't want to put in my email addresses to do stuff, right? So here it might just think, okay, it might take me to a page. Oh no, I put in my email. But because they've made that little commitment of wanting it by clicking it, they're already more into it. So that's like a little psychology thing behind that. And it also just saves space. You can just have it come up another way. This is marketing, man. Marketing is so psychological.
Oh, I have to laugh there. You have to laugh, really. It's the same thing that everyone was scared of. I don't want to give my details. Sorry, we've already got them.
No, they haven't got them. It's like, no, I don't want to give my details, but they've already committed to wanting it in their brain, right? So their brain is going to take over the resistance of putting in their email now because they've already decided they want it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. So, okay. So this is ClickFunnels itself. You can watch as I do it, so you get an understanding, see for yourself. This is a paid software, so it's not like, it's like $97 a month to have this kind of software, which is the basic version. Then there's a pro version, which is $297 a month. So this is the way we do it. So we build a funnel. They give us a nice wizard kind of template to be able to do this. And our purpose is we want to collect emails, right? There are other
Mhm.
ones, you can do webinars and sell actual products, but we want to collect emails, right, to get started. So we have that. And you can also make a custom version. So I'll call this, just call it Anthony. Just call it Anthony. And I'm going to call it case study. And we're going to find that exact page and we're going to edit it. And it will become your page. Just like that. There it is. And the good thing is it creates not just one page, it creates the whole sequence, right? So what happens after the first page, right? It gives you their follow-up page after it as well. So I just want to see what
Okay.
that looks like. I haven't seen it yet. If it's not as much as related, like sometimes they don't really match it. Oh yeah, so these are thank you page templates. We'll come back to that next, right? So let's start with
Okay.
this page. All right. So now what do we want to do? Now we want to, when we
Edit
go to
page.
editor, we're going to do a couple of things. First, I'm going to say, let's start with, let's replace the text, right? The text is the most important when it comes to, you know, the content, the reason why, right?
Mhm.
If you do have a logo, if you can make a logo up, we can change that after. And that
Yeah.
will be the name of your thing. So, but remember the name like Ed Teachers, you know, it's the stuff that solves their problem, right? It's not just Anthony Ellis, right? That doesn't mean anything to them. They don't care. It's about their problem, right? And that
Yeah.
you've got the value to solve that problem. So now I want to show you something cool, right? It's going to really cool. It's something where you don't actually have to be good at writing headlines. You don't have to be good at, you know, many marketing, right? Because I got more software, which I've just got recently because I know I'm going to do this a lot for lots of clients. And that is, if I am in here, yeah. So here I can auto generate text, I mean content. I can auto generate marketing content, scripts, video scripts,
Oh, so it's like
headlines,
pre-copyright.
Facebook
Right.
ads, and I can tailor it to your business. So let's do that. So let's create a headline. So there'll be a section for headlines. Don't know if you see it on the left. Okay, it's gonna be down. Headlines, right? So
Ah, killer headline scripts.
yeah, they all mean anything, right? But what we'll do, this is what happens, right? We got to know what is going on in your business. There's quite a bit there, but it's fine. Let's go with it. So
Oh.
it asks you, what is your niche? What is the main keyword topic? For example, burnout. And second topic, what is the title of what you want them to buy? So that kind of requires another kind of script because it's important to come up with titles, right?
Yeah.
And then it's also what's the thing that holds a solution? Describe the thing from the previous thing that arouses curiosity. What's the number one result they want? Number two result they want? Number one pain? What's the roadblock? If you magic wand, what's the big payoff? And what's the time frame you can deliver results? So can you see this is the key stuff that matters when it comes to copywriting and when it comes to writing content, right? You there? Hello? Are you there? What's going on? He's gone. See if he comes back. Hey man, where you at?
Down because my phone fried. I had to put it on some frozen fish.
Okay. Okay, so wait, are you joining from your phone or from your laptop?
No, from my laptop.
Okay, fine.
Let me just get the internet back up and running from the phone.
Okay, fine. Okay.
I'm not finding it just now. Hold on. Try and bring up. Let's focus on that start. And then I'll go all the way down. Right, good, good.
You're back?
I think I'll be back up and running in a few seconds time. I'll just refresh the page. Your name to join the meeting.
Yeah.
Join the meeting. Is it showing anything on your side or?
No, you're not in the meeting yet. All right, I'm gonna just fill in this template with your actual details. So, or you can say it out loud from the phone from there. So basically, the first thing to fill in the template is what is your niche audience, and I'm writing CEOs of soliciting was it called solicitor companies of law firms?
Yeah.
Which one?
I would say law firms. That sounds more like I know what's going on.
Okay. All right, cool. We'll carry on from Zoom. I'll hang up here. All right, you got it?
Perfect. Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's fill out this form then quickly and see the output. You're gonna like the output. So, okay, CEOs of law firms, right? The main keyword topic in terms of where you come in, right, with what they want. So you could say staff turnover.
I think the first one, the main thing would probably be absenteeism.
You think that? Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Absenteeism. Absenteeism. And the second one? You say burnout. Based on what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Or would it be, or would that be productivity?
Either. They're just topics. You'll see how it gets used after. but we can use productivity as well. Okay. So what is the name, title of what you want them to buy? We'll make something up for now. We'll make it better after if you want to. So what could be the name of your report? Short, snappy name. Or yeah, clear name. Clear name for your report.
Is that the free one that
yeah,
they get?
The free report, yeah.
The free, your free.
No, this is the name, the title of the file, the title of the book. So it's got You just say keep your staff happy.
I think let's say what it is. Your burnout, your free, how to increase.
Oh no, don't worry about that. We'll come into that. This is more like what is the name of what you want them to try. So you could say, because it's a report, right? So it could just be statistics CEOs must be aware of. To prevent losing staff. I don't know, just we'll make up something and see how it comes out.
Yeah.
But that's essentially the name of the thing, because we want it to be clear what they're getting based on the problem. Yeah. We're always thinking about the guy with the problem, yeah? We're always thinking about that guy. So when they see it, because they have the problem, they're like, right, I probably should look at that, right? Like that's worth them putting in their email and time for. Okay, what thing holds the solution they want? So they've got that problem. What holds the solution that they want? Consultancy, expertise.
I like the word consultancy.
Yeah, we'll call it that. So that's the thing. Describe the thing from the previous question to arouse curiosity. So this is basically to give a little adjective. So under the radar. So here's some examples that you'd fill in here. Under the radar, little known, proven, black hole, off the record, breakthrough, revolutionary. What could your word be?
Proven.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the number one big result they want? This is helpful. Now this helps us understand what is it we need to be marketing about. So what is the number one big result they want?
Make staff productive, I suppose. I think that is, or would it be profit?
Yeah, I understand. So we want to mix between, bridge between productivity of staff and profits in your company, right?
Yeah.
Profit invested staff. So yeah, something related to the company. So they're high results.
Make your staff make your company more profit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Increase profit, not increase the big result. Yeah, the big result. What would the big result of a company of this size really want? Obviously profit, but
because it's pleasure, and it's either pleasure or problem now, isn't it? It's like they want profit, they want staff to stay, they want a good staff morale,
but
and
why
they
do they
want to
want that? They
avoid
want that for what? Like, what's the big result they want?
motivation, I suppose.
Motivated staff.
Yeah, so they want their staff to be driven and help. They want their staff healthy, driven,
Yeah,
breathing their brand to make them profit. So they're more profitable, and to not lose their staff to the competition. So they want to.
it's all right. We can go
Improve
with
their
motivated staff
business.
because if they've got the problem where they've got absenteeism, they've got problem of that, they would just want motivated staff. Therefore, that they would actually come in, and they'd actually perform high performance staff.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. High performance staff. We'll go peak performance staff. Yeah, that probably sounds better. And then,
Yeah.
okay, what is a pain that they want to avoid in this area? So let's say they're trying to do something about it. What is the pain in order to do it that they'll have? Yeah.
I think if I was a CEO,
Yeah.
and that was my problem, my pain would, how do I get my staff?
Could it be having to have the conversations with staff? I don't know, because they just don't know how to communicate with their staff to keep them happy or
Yeah.
get that better level out of them. So you can say having the conversations. If you can think of other things, just keep them in mind because we'll use these ideas in other things as well. Okay, what is the roadblock they see as holding them back from their goal? What is their roadblock? What is that CEO's roadblock from meeting that goal?
Connection. Not knowing what, not knowing, not
Yeah, I understand what you
not
said.
knowing what their staff want, not knowing how to
The ability to connect with staff.
get the answer that they want to get them to stay.
Yeah. Okay. So we can
not
say,
having the tools to.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, not having the
I've
tools
written
to.
ability to connect with staff. Just as a starter, see what comes out. Okay, when you wave a magic wand, how fast do they get the big payoff? So literally, if they implement, wave the magic wand, how fast do they actually get the big payoff?
I suppose within 1 month, 6 weeks.
Should we say 30 days?
Yeah, 30 days.
In what time frame? Oh, how fast? Okay, so the examples here was maybe automatically, quickly, instantly, immediately, fast, in a flash. Yeah.
I would say automatically.
Okay. And then time frame, we say 30 days. Okay. Now watch the magic happen. Let's see how it goes. So
Build.
we're just going to press a button. is confirming our answers. So CEOs of law firm, absenteeism, productivity, statistics, CEOs must be aware of to prevent losing staff.
Nice.
Consultancy, proven, profit, peak performance, automatically, having the conversations, ability to connect with staff, 30 days. All right, let's see what we get. So these are all different. There's so many headline outputs that's going to come up. We'll just choose the best one, right?
Yeah.
So these are kind of markety. So finally, statistics CEOs must be aware of to prevent losing staff, how to peak performance is staff, peak staff performance for less today. So these are just like examples, right? Okay, how to profit without having the conversations probably doesn't make as much sense. How to peak performance staff without having the conversations. How to peak staff performance in as little as 30 days. That could be something.
Yeah.
It's going to be going around here. How to peak staff performance in as little as 30 days, even if you don't have the ability to connect with staff.
Nice.
So
I like that.
idea of even if, right? That's always good to just, read it. Wow, that's okay. I want to know now.
Yeah. Because that's without the hassle, without the hard work.
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone wants that without the effort. So how any CEOs of law firms can profit. I think, yeah, with the wordings we've got, there's a bit more to adjust, but some of these are working. How any CEO of law firms can peak staff performance in as little as 30 days. So we've got some stuff like that. So these are all how-tos, right? How to peak performance, even if you don't have the ability to connect with staff. So that's probably a good one. How to peak staff performance in 30 days, even if you don't have the ability to connect with staff.
Yeah.
But you also want to think about, is that true? Right? I mean, you'll teach them if you don't, yeah, you can say even if you don't currently have the ability to connect with staff, and then your consultancy will teach them that bit.
Yeah.
So it's all about what you choose from your product. So X ways, these are different types of headlines. So fast ways to profit and avoid having the conversations, not as much there. Surefire ways to peak staff performance, even if you don't have the ability to connect with staff. So that's this section of headlines, right? The words like surefire, foolproof, ways, anyone can, without, whatever, even if, all those kind of words. And then you got inside it headlines, the truth about, having conversations with staff to whatever. The truth.
I don't like those ones.
The truth about those. Mistake headlines. Which of these absenteeism mistakes will you make? Absenteeism mistakes all CEO law firms need to avoid. So the key idea is, it's about a mistake. Probably not as much here. Absenteeism expert reveals secret headlines. So top absenteeism expert reveals how to peak performance staff. Would that be a good one?
Let me go down. Top absenteeism expert reveals how to peak performance staff, even if the ability to connect with staff.
Try that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it says the punchline of the pain like straight away, instantly.
Yeah. So what we can do, we can copy it, and then we can keep a track. Where do we put this? Yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
you get the idea, right? We can create a cool headline. So I mean, that's like an article. It is coming from you, so you are that top absenteeism expert. So it's about how they see that as like, okay, you're calling yourself a top absenteeism expert, right? Compared to, I think some of these other headlines. So let's look at this one. Look at that, productivity expert. Okay, same sort of thing. Productivity expert reveals this warning. There could be a warning one. Here's what every CEO law firms need to know about absenteeism. But anyway, these are a bunch of ones.
Yeah.
Other headlines. Here's the perfect solution if you want to, peak staff performance. My proven 30-day method. to peak performance staff, even if the ability to connect to staff, if you don't have the ability to connect to staff.
Here's a perfect solution is a good one.
Yeah.
Mm.
So here's the perfect solution if you want to profit, if you want to peak staff performance, even if you don't have the ability to connect with them.
Yeah, that
Okay.
one's a good one. Yeah.
Let's go with that. I think that matches what you're actually doing as well. So let's do this. We'll keep that. And that is our headline to go in our funnel.
Wicked.
Which is it. So this can be a sub headline, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
So we'll add a little sub headline. So that was a headline. This is a sub headline. Can make it italic. Can put a little curiosity more. A little bit smaller. So there's so many tools within this software that just makes everything easy just to do. Anyone can pick it up if they have time to spend with it. So
yeah.
So we'll change this wording quickly. So here's the perfect solution if you want peak staff performance. So if it's not talking to the law firm, we can add that in. Here's the perfect solution for CEOs of law firms who want to. That makes sense? Here's the perfect solution
Yep.
for CEOs of law firms who want peak staff performance. Even if they don't currently Is that all right?
Yeah.
You happy with that?
So look, even if they don't currently have the ability to connect with the staff. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that would just be a business kind of name of you. If you have something.
Yeah, I've got an idea. Well, I've actually put it on my LinkedIn. I've changed it.
Okay.
But the name is Corporate Wellbeing London.
Okay. Let's do that. You can check out if that's available after.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, found it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we can call that. That's got to be a picture. So we'll do that after. So here's the perfect solution for CEOs of law firms. Oh no, I haven't been recording. Oh no, I am.
Yeah. Okay.
I started recording when you were gone. I thought I might as well carry on if I can do those scripts. Anyway, here's the perfect solution for CEOs of law firms who want peak staff performance. You could say free bonus. What's a free bonus within what this is? So here's the perfect solution for CEOs of law firms who want peak staff performance, even if they don't. I don't know. Do you feel like it sounds better when you say if you don't, because you're talking to you, or talk about third person?
Yeah. Even if
It just it really does have to be about them being the one to read it.
Yeah, even if it's maybe keep it even more simple, even if it's difficult to connect with your staff.
Okay. So that would be their roadblock. It's difficult to connect with the staff.
Yeah.
Always, whenever you write, always ask yourself, I'm that person who is of my niche, who really has the problem that I'm solving. When they read this, this is going to do it for them. Like in terms of they're hooked and they want to know more, right?
Yeah.
So just always bear that in mind. And that's a good way to make sure you stay on track. So even if it's difficult to connect with your staff, connect us. Or even if you're finding it difficult. All right?
Yeah.
You want peak staff performance. Okay, let's keep that. Free
Okay.
bonus, 24-step framework I used to teach marketing. So yours would be, so you wanted to create that statistics report thing, right?
Yeah.
You could say like insider statistics. Yeah, insider statistics.
On what?
So this would be
On
about
how it, and how it costs your business. On how unproductive. No. On how.
productivity, lack of
Yeah.
productivity.
Lack of productivity costs your business. Or
So you have to have this value as well, by the way. Like you actually have to have these statistics, right? I don't know how you're
yeah.
going to connect them, how you're going to create it, but we're going to create the page, but you have to make sure you have the value that you're saying you're giving, right? So
I know it's easier to find statistics on back pain or absenteeism.
yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe if I change it to.
But you got to remember, what is it they are most concerned with, that they are thinking of most, right? It's not about the truth from your side. It's when they are seeing this, they have to be
What do
hooked.
they see?
Yeah. What are they wanting? Even if it's not what they need, what are they wanting? But you know what they need. You might truly believe this. The solution is back pain. People are suffering from just that alone. But they're not thinking that. And then you saying, hey, I can give you back pain. They're not thinking they want that. They don't understand
No.
it yet. They'll understand it later when they grow more
Mm.
into you. But for now, they just want their answer, right? So
Yeah.
free bonus, insider statistics on how lack of productivity is hurting your business. We'll work
Yeah.
on it. It's a bit cold.
Yeah.
But it is saying here's the perfect solution. So at least we're giving it a positive side, right?
Yep.
We could say it's hurting, not yours, but law firms in London. I don't know. Something, so it's not like, right, you're suffering. They can feel that on their own. If they have the problem, they would be suffering, right? You don't need to tell them as much that, but yeah, maybe statistics, it's not your company we've got statistics for, it's London.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here now we can just say, okay, download free report, free guide, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to make this feel real for you, that this is actually your page. So I want to put your picture here, right? Do you have any picture that's something like you standing like a portrait, like a professional picture? Or do you have any picture of you that you can, even if it's just your face, just something of you?
I've got some face ones.
Yeah.
If I send them over to you now.
Yeah, send me right now by either WhatsApp or by but what I want to do, just let you know, I want to be able to cut around the picture so that it's showing like this. It's not got the background, right? Or if you've got a picture which is like you could basically make this whole background a picture itself, right? So it's kind of, but I think it's better doing it this way. Copy this template. So just if you give me a picture that we can cut. So ideally, it's got a plain background rather than a busy background. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Hopefully these aren't too busy. Let's have a look.
I quite like this page, you know, because corporate well-being is quite green, professional. You'll probably, over time, you'll get a better picture, right? And you'll wear a shirt and all this stuff on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, the ones I have aren't wearing a shirt, but they are wearing like a type of shirt, let's say. Let's go into all photos. So you tell me what you think.
Yeah. Just send them to me by WhatsApp. I'll look at them on the computer here. And then I'll get something set up to do it. I hope it works easily. It works really well when it's got a clean background and your colors are distinct from the background. So like I do it against my wall, right? So yeah, when you got one, just send it by WhatsApp or Messenger, whichever is easier.
Okay. Here we go. That one. No. That one. What else we got? So let's send them by WhatsApp. Where are they? Here we go.
You can do WhatsApp. Once you send, let me know. Sometimes it takes a while for my WhatsApp to connect on computer.
Okay. Yeah, that's sent.
Okay, I'll have a look. Yeah. Oh, these are good. These are really good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which one do you think they'll look at? This one? That's a good one.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. And it looks like well-being as well.
You are the product. All right, save image. Let's see what I can do with this. I hope I can. Thing is, you got a white shirt.
And it's going to be a white.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what happens. We might be able to change the background to a light color, like a light green.
Yeah.
Let's see. So image upload. Let's see. But it's the right kind of image you want, to be honest. So this is also something to bear in mind. Like when it comes to pages, like always have in mind you want to have a nice picture. So it's worth creating pictures of yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want to do now is make this transparent. So right now I'm just on a website. It's called lunapic.com/editor. And I'm just going to try and make this see-through. So I click on transparent here. And let's see what I can do. I have to literally click on a lot of things to get rid of the background. If it was a plain background, this would make your life easier. But it's trying to pick up this. Oh no, hold on. I've got to save it each time. Okay, we're kind of getting there. Okay, I took your head off. That's interesting. Let's start again. Hold on. Oh, image. So basically, we keep saving it every time it goes right, and we can undo it when it's wrong. So click transparent, see what happens. Okay. Make that bit. It's a bit manual, but I'm just doing this to do this part of. See, look, it cut out quite nicely there, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like, so basically you don't want to have the same color as that. Doing all right? it's got some extra backgrounds, but this is just to give you a good draft example that your page will work. So that one,
That one, no.
cut off. Why can't I?
Or maybe if you try the one next to the beard, because that's a harder line, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go back to the editor.
Ah,
I don't know why I can't go back to the editor. Let's try again. Too far. I'm just thinking this could be a really good background if that was like a picture where there was more to it, like if there was more bricks there. I don't know if you've cropped this or not, but if they had more over there. Basically, let's put this picture
right.
on, and I'll show
Yeah.
you how it can look if we get rid of the background. So again, it's very simple. You just upload the pictures you want. Okay. Hopefully it won't take long. Yeah. So what's that picture? So it's not going to be a big file. So that's that. You know, that's fine on its own, to be honest,
Yeah, that's all right. It'll do for now.
because it's quite blending with the colors, and it's not actually a white background. If you can see there, right? That's a white shirt. That's a cream background.
Yeah.
It's something.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you had if you had less of this, I'm just thinking there is a possibility that we can make the whole background like these bricks, and then this can just stand out on a bit of a white thing.
See what you mean.
Actually, let me show you what I mean. So this whole background itself could be something. So see what happens if I literally just did this. Okay, so this image wasn't here. Does that work?
No, I think it looked better before.
Bit better before, yeah?
I think so.
Okay. Oh, what was before?
It was like a framed. It was that's it.
Okay. I think it was, okay. Image. Yeah. And the colors are fine, yeah? Colors the same as before.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that. We can work on it later. So basically what happens now is they click on that and the box will come up, right? So the concept is what's on the top, right? What's on the top should be the serious hookup, right? In terms of they shouldn't want to need to scroll down to get more information. It's like, yeah, I'll take that and they'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also there is more to see, right? So it's just easier to show. So what you could have, so basically the pop-up looks like this. We can change the style so that it's more relevant to how you're showing it. So go to themes, could be like that, or like that.
Yeah, that one. Dark green, green button. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that. Yeah.
Other ones. Okay, so then anyway, sign up to get the full course right now. It would be please enter your. We'll change the font as well. Please enter your email. You don't need their name. Sometimes people get resistant on the name, but you can leave it in there. Please enter your email. Please enter where I should send this to you. So we change the font to something more corporate. What can we do?
What font is the where the where it says perfect CEO's law of peak performance, etc.? Do you know what font that is?
That one is Montserrat. So we can go the same one.
Yeah, I think that looks good. I think that, yeah. I think it helps matching everything in.
Yeah, you're right. I think when they create this template, they don't consider every single little thing. They just put up an extra pop-up. They could have matched it better. So that's that one.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's please. I wrote please enter. Probably not the best word, but it is there. Okay, please enter where I should send this to you, or just please tell me where I should send this to you. They put in their name and email, right?
Where to send?
Okay.
Yeah.
So save that for now. Now we've just got to. Here is what this report will show you. We could say I'm. Yeah, you can leave it at that. So, okay, then you want to think of 4 kind of things that you'll show them.
I suppose how communication can keep your staff. How communication can get you to retain your staff.
We'll give them some it's like action, right? So it's like how to communicate.
Okay, yeah.
So
how to communicate to keep your staff.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
So remember, we want to come back to the problem, the value you're giving to the solution. So mainly the problem.
The little known C absenteeism, maybe?
Yeah.
How to just a moment. So let me think of what they want. They want.
We've got a list, right? We've got our list.
Let's pick something from the list.
Yeah. So we've got competition, employee satisfaction, CEO example.
How to increase employee satisfaction.
How can we make that more curious?
Yeah, because it's not direct to them, is it? I suppose it could be
how to achieve 99% employee satisfaction.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah.
These are things that you can definitely work on outside. And if you have, you're going to get this page, right? So that when you think yourself, what are some better points? You can obviously message over and I'll edit it for you. So, let's write staff. Yeah. How to, what do we say?
Let's have a look at the list again.
Employee satisfaction, that was it. So how to get
99% employee satisfaction.
So that sounds a bit, we'll see. I think also examples of like how this firm got 99% employee satisfaction. So you could just find what is the highest performing satisfaction company out there
Mm.
and just gather some little information why it worked for them.
Okay.
As in, it's basically, rather than how to, like it's a theory, it's actually happened. And then you got kind of different kind of headlines here, right? How this law firm achieved how this firm hit 99% employee satisfaction. But you can make that up after, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
A simple strategy for so think of the
simple.
CEO again, right? Think of the CEO who's got the problem. So this could be this simple strategy, right? It
Yeah.
could be the massage, right? But you don't want to say massage here because they're not
Massage,
talking
no.
about that. But the simple strategy is the massage. So
Yeah.
simple,
A simple strategy for
we can say technique. Well, they're CEOs, so they like the word strategy.
for boosting productivity.
Simple strategy for. Have we said product? Okay, I don't have productivity here. Okay.
Maybe, yeah, boosting productivity.
That's fine. Okay. Then all we want to do, we might want to replace these images. So
Yeah.
we can have actual images, or there's not really icons. You can put icons here if it's professional. So you want like an icon for speaking, an icon for someone missing, an icon for satisfaction.
Like, or a percentage. Percentage logo. And
an icon for work, like productivity. So
yeah, or a graph or something like that. Like a graph going up, maybe.
Yeah. It'd be ideal to keep the one color, like in terms of how this is. So this is kind of off the kind of topic we're doing, but let's just do it whilst we're here. So basically in a tool like Canva, I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's just a nice graphics website that lets you put stuff.
I like that. I like your image.
Yeah. Where's that?
I like your image, yeah. Really good.
Which, oh, this one here.
No, the other one with the greenery.
With the greenery?
Yeah.
That.
What page did he come off? Just like very quickly.
I don't see what you're talking about.
No, it wasn't. It was on the previous one to this one.
Is this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's when I was in. Oh gosh, can't remember what it's called now. It's near Serbia, I think. I can't remember. But yeah, it's just like a nice. It was like a river here, and yeah, there's a restaurant here, and I was like, I gotta get a picture over here, and then I knew I'm gonna put captions over here. I was always in my marketing mind already. always.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I like that.
Okay, so let's just get some pictures from here. See what we can do, because they normally have a lot of stuff here for stuff. So if I just search elements, so what was the first one on the left?
Oh gosh, was it
communication?
Communication.
So we can use that. We can do different greens.
The two heads, maybe.
That one.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, it's very plain. And then you can fill that's it. Just fill them into
we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have that one. I don't know if we can make it. Well, now we can use a transparent tool quite easy. So first, if it's a white background, we don't need to do any of that.
Okay.
Where's the funnel? Yeah, I think it's a white background. Let's see. Yeah, it is white.
Yeah.
So you don't need to think of, but it has got a nice little grey
Cool.
circle.
Little known
All right, we don't need to
secret.
copy exactly, so that's not bad. So we'll keep that. Then let's do the other ones.
Little known secret. So that could be like someone. Oh, sorry. Like someone doing that or something, or someone whispering.
Yeah, right. Secrets. You got from this. So these can all be changed in color.
Ah, nice. Yep, confident. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
So what color was? I don't know what that color is. Ah. I don't think we can see what color that is. It is the same as that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. What was the other one? Percentage. That would be quite cool, isn't it? Just do 95%.
Cool.
Just because it's there. Yeah, that is good to me.
Perfect.
And then what was the last one?
Gosh, okay, we'll have to go back again.
Messed this up.
Boost your productivity. So it's the graph strategy.
Yeah.
Strategy. I suppose we'll just look on strategy or chart or pathway.
Okay. So strategy. We could do that.
Nah, I don't like that one.
Target.
Even I'm thinking the cogs maybe, or
That productivity, right?
awful.
It's right strategy. We could do the cogs.
Yeah, yeah, that'll have to do. I think.
Good, yeah. Just make them more green. I don't know why there's this thing in the background. It's all right. Is that all right? I don't know why that red is there.
Yeah, it's all right.
This is not got a color option. Chess strategy. Okay, let's just do that. And then if you find something better yourself, you can always send them over. So
Okay.
cool. Now what happens is, okay. Now I'm just going to create square images out of all of them to use in our thing. Confidential. See if we can do that. Okay. So right now I'm just screenshotting it so that when it comes out, I want it to be the same kind of size. So I want it to be like squares.
Yeah.
That would do.
That's a perfect square, that one.
This one can be bigger. Just make it like that.
Perfect.
All right. So now we go back here. And no, it wasn't that one. It's going to do better than this one. Anyway, we're here. So let's see what happens. These were all buttons instead. Actually, that's all right. Put an image underneath. Desktop. That's the first one. Might as well upload the other ones at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the confidential. Okay. So the first one will be this one. Remove this. This was above. I think it was above, right? No, I think it was below.
Below, yeah.
Yeah, it's below there.
Yeah. Confidential, yeah.
This was the 95%.
Yeah.
And this was the last one. Oops. Okay. So
That's
now that no, that goes top. What's going on here? This
Oh,
is
it's just that's the one.
that's below.
Good.
Okay, so it says I'm going to show you all of this. It would be nice if we had the same colors.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
But we've already made those pictures. And I don't know how to make this the color when it was that in the other one. Let me see if I can do it in the other app. Okay, can I? No, I can't do it on here. Okay, let me try something.
I think how to change that color. Drag and drop a color. PicMonkey.
I've got this one. So I've got the actual color code.
Okay.
Now it's about, can I do that on here? Yeah, should be able to. Yeah. Oh, I should have done this first, isn't it?
Well, I never.
That would be white actually. No, that would be a different color. What's going on here?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. And that can be slightly lighter color. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah. And then this is the last one. Okay, that's the same color, I think. Not as perfect as last time.
Sorry, Anand.
Okay, I'll just do that. This one. You can do more than one at a time. Yeah, I think you do 4 at a time. Okay. Yeah, much easier. Now that's the same color. At one point I was going to be like, I can't be bothered, it's not worth it, but it just happened to be possible, so it's good we're doing it. Yeah, that looks much better.
Yeah, yeah. I do listen to it. I remember him saying, you want everything to match up. So, yeah. Cogs on the end.
Okay. So you got that. We're just going to write here. Yes, I want this. Just say, yes, I want. What is the pleasure they want?
Yes, I want to get my staff at peak performance now.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Or would it be better to say running at peak performance?
No, I think that's good. And then
Yeah?
the button here can say download the report. What are we saying?
Guide.
Yeah.
Shall we say guide or report? Because we said guide in one and then maybe...
Yeah, we'll say the same thing. Download the guide. It will be the same thing. The pop-up will come up. So this pop-up will come up. Yeah. And again, we can make it the same color. So this color was...
Guide.
Which means it will be the same here.
Let me look at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, and then you just say copyright and what your logo is.
Just a quick spelling adjustment on the bottom. Download the guide. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Download the guide. Okay, so basically from here, this is your page, right? And you've been able to. Now we're actually going to see it. So this is also what it looks like on the desktop. It's okay on the laptop. It's like this. On the mobile, it's like this.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3 dots. That's all right. Even if this free insider, download the free guide. Here's what I'm going to show you. How to meet with staff. This. That's fine for me, man.
Yeah. I'd probably just center align one of the top bits.
This one here?
Yeah, center align that one, and that one.
Do you want to center everything? But it's also about, it's going to be the center here as well.
Oh, okay. No.
You can do. Like, that,
probably the top one then.
We can center it all. Center. You can center that. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's just because of the logo, right? And for now, you can just delete that. And just bring this down a bit. Yeah.
That looks good.
Okay. Later. So okay, now I'm just going to drag this down. Like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So now this is there.
Is my face taking up a bit too much space? Is it too close to the thing, you think?
Too close to what?
The writing?
No, that's fine.
No? It's
Yeah.
cool? Okay.
Here's what I'm going to show you. This. Yeah.
Oh, I think the writing's at slightly different levels there.
Yeah, I think it's because of the picture.
Okay. Got ya.
You won't notice it on the mobile. It's
Yeah.
just on this one because that's got a slightly... Okay, fine. So that... I'll just adjust the height then. And then the height. But yeah.
235, 239,
Before,
239.
they're all
Yeah.
slightly different. But it's all right. It won't be as noticeable from there.
Yeah.
Same with this one. It could be 214. Same sort of thing.
Yeah, that'll do.
And then basically you can just write here corporate
That'll be in London. Yeah.
and this would be a different logo. In fact, if you just want to quickly, actually no, we just delete that. Delete that. It's fine, just something on the bottom right. So now, yeah, you're done with, as in this side of the page, right? Now, we are kind of going up to the 2 hours, but I'm okay to stay on if you are, because I just want I want you to leave with an actual page that you can actually use.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
There'll be something to do after where if you have a domain, if you have that sort of thing, then you want it to come from your site rather than from my site. So my site is online sales funnels for coaches made easy, right? And you don't want to distribute that.
Okay.
But at least you can see, think about it. Before you didn't have a page, right?
Yeah.
There's kind of like, well, now you actually have a page you can actually look at for yourself. And as long as you create that free guide, right, this is going to help you. And you're also going to be testing your page, right? In terms of when people see it, do they actually want to download the guide, right? If not, what can we do to change it? And
yes.
yeah.
And
So,
what I'll do is I'll do some test calls on just to see what they would want. If they had an imaginary product that would help them with what would they want within their like free consultation?
yeah, exactly. So there's so much, like, just from having the page to be able to show this is who you are, and the fact that you're speaking to the pain of the person with the problem.
Yeah.
Hold on, just checking. One sec. I'm gonna check my recording is on. Yeah. So you're still speaking to the pain of the person with the pain. Where's this one? Yeah. So now, remember we said the next page, you want to show more value to you, right? You want to show, cool, here's a report. You want to say, hey, you're not just going to get a report. You can actually get me in your office. You can actually get me to we can have a consultation, basically a free 20-minute consultation. And then that's where you come in with your value, right? So that will come down to the value.
Yeah.
So let's just quickly come out of this page. I think like the way I planned it, we were going to finish off in 2 hours. I think what I'm noticing, probably spend more time on the problem and solution stuff than quickly doing it straight away. But it's really important that we always know what that problem solution thing is. Otherwise, we wouldn't have ever got to like creating something that can capture, right?
Yeah.
We'd be writing stuff that we forget.
Doesn't apply.
It's actually about the problem I'm resolving. Like, it's a real problem, absenteeism. It's a real problem, low performance and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, now we just quickly. This is a really short one to replace in terms of content. So, yeah, you can just choose any quick
keyboard one.
Huh?
Something. What do you think? Something like the keyboard one, but in a different color?
Where does the keyboard? That one.
Yeah.
Um,
Or the one underneath.
like that one.
Yeah, I think either one of them two, I think.
Well, you want to also show video, right? Because that's what you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you also want to show a video. So because the video is going to take them to the next step.
Okay.
Now, it can be very, very simple. Because you want to have something that they're going to be there. Once they've downloaded this, now this is the next thing they're going to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. There's no other kind of templates that really match for thank you, other than a really simple one. So if you change the colors on this and just say, watch this and press the button, yeah?
Okay.
So just to give you an idea, this is what it looks like. You can have a nice well-being kind of background, right? And then there's your picture, and that's what's coming next. And I think that's fine. That would say, book your free 20-minute consultation. Yeah. Either call this number or press the button below. Yeah. So then you would have to make a video of yourself saying this next bit, right?
Saying what the next step is, etc. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want some kind of guidelines on that, I would say something like, thank you so much for downloading that report. That report is on its way to you right now. And just to give you some more insider information, that's going to help give you some insights as to why perhaps your employees are dropping performance and what this is actually doing to your business. One key thing from the report I want to point to your attention is something about this, and that this is going to be connected to how you can help by being with them one-to-one. Okay. So let's suppose being with them one-to-one was about communication tools, yeah, and actually demonstrating that with them, right? And that therefore they need that one-to-one time with you to experience how that is.
Okay.
So let's say thank you so much for getting that report. That's really going to give you a lot of insight as to why that is, and hopefully just from that guide alone, it's going to give you something to think about. Maybe you might make some changes if you're not currently getting the satisfaction from the employees or connection that you'd want. So they're already going to be interested because it's not just cool, here's the report. It's you confirming this is a good thing they got, right? It just confirms to them they made a good choice, that they gave their email and they're actually going to get some value. Because they're in that state, they're listening more, right? They're still listening more. And that's when you can transition so yeah, that report is definitely going to do it for you. But something I wanted to offer for you as well is, or you can start with, just to give a bit of background about me, my experiences working with other firms or working when I used to be in a firm and how this was happening for me. You can say something like that so that you're again relating to the problem, but from your experience. Then you demonstrate why you are someone who they should listen to, right? So you got some credibility, and that is worth them actually thinking of you and considering you to actually meet with. And then you want to transition from, so you can get a lot of value from that report. But here's something else I want to offer you. Whilst you're here, I'm actually offering free 20-minute consultations for CEOs of law firms. So again, speaking to them. And then whatever your value is about, right? In terms of how, now that they've got this report, what extra value are going to get from you from having a one-to-one with you, right? So that it interests them, right? To be interested to do the next thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So let me just, I'll do a summary. So the first one was...
I would say, I'll come back to that, but you got this on recording, so I'm going to send it to you as well.
Yeah. That's fine.
But
cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe I should mention, might take some notes at the same time whilst I speak. So if you want to take more notes from now, you can, but you'll get it again on the replay.
Yeah.
This is for you to create a video yourself, right?
Yeah.
Try and ideally be in a professional setup, and you're in a professional look, image, and
So
all that.
yeah. So I'll make sure that I'm like suited, booted,
Yeah,
probably in like an office already, something like that,
exactly.
like a workspace or.
And try something simple for now, because it can be long to produce a video like that if you haven't got the kind of resources already. But just try something simple, even a white background with a white shirt on or whatever shirt on. Just get someone to video you straight landscape like this,
Yeah.
and we'll put it on here. So let's just quickly edit this page so it's reflecting you again. I want to see. Yeah, I can just do new tab. But I want to keep the colors from this one as well. So that's okay. We don't need that anymore. So hopefully this is saved from there. Yeah, I'm just going to call this. No, it's fine. The settings are fine. Okay, let's select something. Okay, so you edit. I'm going to open that page so we get the colors. So the background here is a car. So we'll change that to see this.
If it's a Porsche, it's fine.
It's one of those. Yes, it's a girl putting her hair out of a car window.
Oh no, not good.
What would you Google as a solid background, kind of image? Let's just say corporate. Something for them. I literally wrote corporate well-being. I want to see an office with health values. So yeah, just literally any image. You could be the city.
Or I've got a good idea. London skyline. No,
Yeah,
London. The
something like this.
London. Yeah, the one with a wheel in the middle of it.
That's a good one. It's the law industry, right? So
Yeah.
they're also based in this central area.
Okay.
We could do that one. Save. Don't need that anymore. And then this will go. Yeah. So I want to change the background. So that's the whole section. It's in the downloads. It actually was called London Skyline on the image. Whoever uploaded it to Google called it London Skyline. When I Googled London city offices. Okay, add image. So now
Yeah.
we can make a background over it. So we got the background. Okay, so how did this work? Okay, so that's the background. Background color. I thought you could kind of make it translate. Doesn't make a difference there. I thought we could kind of make it see-through. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, I'm not sure why I can't make it see-through. But what I could do is just create a similar kind of picture, but with the thing different. So.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like for the buttons and everything, it's still the same.
I just want to make the picture have that cover over it. So it's not the actual picture only. It's like it just gives it a more professional kind of look when this is like half see-through.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing is over it. So now if I just had like a square, or even just the background of this page. So the background of this page was just that color, but a dark color. Something like that. And if that was slightly see-through, to go over that. So now this, just make it black and white, but then also like that.
I see.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
I think up to there is all right. Yeah, that probably work.
Cool.
So now that's there. I think that's the same kind of colors we want.
Have you still got the code?
Got the code?
The code, the color code.
Oh, I thought you said a cold, like a flu.
Oh no. We don't want to mention anything like that.
Why can't I find the rest of my palette? That's weird. Okay, that's better. Yeah, you're right. So this, I think this color, it remembers. No, it doesn't remember. So yeah, I need to. Yeah, that's why I opened up this page actually, so I can pick up the color. Yeah. Okay. So now.
I think I'm good at visual stuff.
It's good. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that would be the background.
Yeah.
All right. The thing is, on laptop, this looks great. On mobile, you won't see it because the mobile's too thin to capture much of this. But hopefully these CEOs are most likely on their laptops when they see stuff. And the thing is, when you start practicing Facebook ads and anything like that, when you actually got an ad that does work, and then you send them to a page like this, if it's set up well, then you have plenty of opportunity to have people want to download your thing and go to the next page.
Yeah, I suppose what I can do as well is I can find people from LinkedIn and then try and target them through Facebook.
Yeah. Or just go speak to people in LinkedIn individually and say, just network with them, right? And say, hey, look, I'm doing some work, I'm doing some research on staff performance in here. You could put out a survey, right? Say on what scale of 1 to 10. Do you feel like your staff are producing 100%, or is there any potential to increase anything like that? It's all networking strategies, right?
Yeah.
How do I make this full screen? Is there like another section that I missed? It seemed to work with the other one nicely. I see, okay. Yeah, that's better. How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
Better, isn't it?
Get instant access today. What do you think about that button?
Oh, no, we haven't edited anything there yet.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So your guide is on its way. Nice. What this is written not for the CEO, right? So your guide is on its way. Your guide is being delivered to your inbox. Smaller. Yeah, please allow up to 15 minutes for it to arrive. In the meantime, check out this neat video below. Or check. In the meantime, I want to draw your attention to this video. Please take a look at this short message. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And we can change this color. You can make it black. Pick a free consultation. You want to go and put the incentive on them, right? Book a free consultation call for
Free. Is it like what type of consultation it is, or what they'll get in the consultation? That
it's what
kind
they'll
of
get
thing.
in the consultation call. So pick a free
Productivity.
give it a name.
Productivity
You want to give your
consult.
consultation a name, isn't it? Boost peak staff performance.
Call consultation. Yeah, and then
Again, we
hold on.
want to think of the person with the problem, right?
Yeah,
And
then
when stuff
just
is
put a
being
tick.
offered, that they prefer to take it rather than not, or they won't be as resistant to take it.
Okay.
Peak your staff, peak your you'll think of another name over time, right?
Yeah.
For now we'll put something in there. Is this the right font?
Is it Montserrat? No, Mons.
Just want to quickly get this font done. These are all quite non-corporate-y.
Oh.
I'll find one that works without having to try out so many. Let's just leave it something like that. So basically over here, you don't really need much here. There's basically a section here to write some stuff. Like it could be like you got a mission statement. It could be, you know, you're very safe and credible. But
Or
for now we'll
is
just
it?
remove that.
Or could you put
We just want to get your
GDPR there?
approval
Or?
of the day. There's a little section for a logo,
Okay.
but we haven't got one right now.
Okay.
So we just put it over here. Corporate Wellbeing London. That's a joke. All wrongs reserved. So that would be a change to be your logo. So we'll delete that. We haven't got that right now. All right.
Yeah.
So we got that. So now, when you have a video and you can upload it onto YouTube,
Yeah.
all you'd have to do is in this video settings, just change the link there to be about the thing. So let's just say we're on YouTube, for example, right now. And I just wrote, you know, star. This is obviously going to be a video of you, but just putting something in there. It's a Gary Vee video.
No way.
Style of video. We'll just put it anyway.
Oh gosh.
So I'll take the link of YouTube and I would put it here.
Okay.
Right. So now when I save it and I preview, I didn't realize there's this thing here. That's the thing I was looking for when I was trying to get rid of something. I don't know how I just hide it. But you can see there the video came up, right?
Yeah.
There is a background here. I need to know how to remove that. Hold on. No. I have no idea where this background is coming from here. It's a bit annoying.
Oh, just at the bottom, the yeah.
Sorry, you're on mute. Say again?
Oh, yeah, with the hair at the bottom.
Yeah, I have no idea where that how I can find that to remove that. Let's see. Like it's not showing in here like it's anything. Video. How about headline? Okay, now what do I do here? Ah, okay, fine. It's the background of the actual page. That's what it was. So.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was the original car out of yeah.
So what I really want to do is I want to change the background of the page to be that London picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Now if I do. Don't need that one. Now this should work well. This button could be a little bit nicer.
Like a lighter grey.
Yeah. Do that
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, that looks nice.
Okay. So that's cool. All right, so that's that page.
Gary Vee.
Now we go here. That's it, right? To be honest, this thing here, I don't know where this second section is coming from. But it's all right. That's just what it is now.
Yeah.
Can't tell. Yeah, so I've hidden that other section. So when they see it, it'll be like this. Your guide is being delivered to your inbox. Please allow 15 minutes for it to arrive. In the meantime, please take a look at this short message from me in the video below. Yeah, we can just quickly adjust this font. I guess we can just actually write out fonts that we know. So
I think that other one at the front was Montserrat, wasn't it?
yeah, we can just make it that as well. Montserrat. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's that. And this needs to be linked to a calendar. So this is what I suggest for you. I'll show you on here how to do it. But you go to a website called Calendly. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
That's what I use, right? All you want to do is create your account, right?
Yeah. I think I've got an account, but at the moment it just allows for one type of event.
Yeah, because you got the free version. Yeah. So
Yeah.
create a separate one because you don't want to call it Anthony Ellis. You want to call it Corporate Wellbeing London. Hello?
I'll do is I'll create the
Yeah, company one.
company one with the what you call it, domain, etc., etc., and
Exactly.
do it
Yeah.
under that domain. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, then you take the link here, and that would go. It would link here, so you can choose what these buttons do, and that would press set action. Go to the website, and you put the domain there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's basically them, right? Then it's up to them. Do they actually book in the call or not? But because they've opted in and got your report, right? Because they've got that, you've also got their email address, right?
Mhm.
And ideally, it depends. They might opt in with their personal address or with their company address. You don't know. Yeah, you don't know if they're opting in with their personal address or their company address.
That's right.
So yeah, that's what it's going to be about. So if you have their address, you can reach back out to them, right?
Yeah.
Now, more than just having these pages, you can actually send them emails automatically, right? And these emails would give them some more value. These emails would give them some more information so that it's not just you trying to come to them and say, come get my service. It's just giving them information, right?
Yeah. It's almost like giving them an Instagram post with a bit of value.
Yeah, each time they see
They
your
come
newsfeed,
across
but
one.
they see it in their inbox. And actually, they're more
Yeah.
likely to see it in their inbox than on their newsfeed because it actually gives them a notification of something they've received for them.
Yeah.
So that's an extra thing that I do as well. We don't have much time because we've gone so much over anyway, just to complete, what we have. But let's look at it. So basically, what happens is, I'll just do an example. So go back to shut that now. Okay, so we go back to here. So I'm out of here. What this should do is when we put in the email address, which by the way, like this is the website right now, online sales funnels for coaches made easy, right? But obviously that's my website, and
Yeah.
I'm working on what if you have your own domain? Can I connect that on my account here, right? So that this website already shows that. But ideally, what people, serious entrepreneurs would have is they would have this software as well, right?
Yeah.
But if they don't want to, if they're not sure, they're not ready at that stage, like they're not really going to get ClickFunnels right now because they don't know if they're using it or they don't know if they're just not ready yet, right? But at least this page is made. It can be used from my domain, right? Because I've got ClickFunnels, so it will be hosted from my domain. And it's interesting because you're not in my actual target market. Like you're not an actual coach in this case. You're more consulting. And I was going to offer like the people who don't have a domain, they can just work from my domain, which I was going to call like coachingripples.com / it would be their name after. So at least it's aligned with what they're about being coached. But obviously, yours is slightly different being in the not so much coaching, but the consulting space. So let me just quickly check on here that this all connects up. Because also when they submit their button and email here, they'll also receive that report in the email, right? The report will come in the email. So that gives you options to follow up because, hey, how have you found the report so far? Which bits did you find most interesting? Which bits related to you? So that you get some feedback, right? And also remind them, as I mentioned on the next page or as I mentioned on this page on the report, I am offering free consultations. If you are a CEO who's having trouble with communicating with your staff to, have that stronger connection and increase your longevity of your staff members, then please feel free to get in touch. I am offering free consultations to give you more tools and strategies to overcome that challenge you're having or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's always pointing towards the problem. I'm just going to make up something for now. So let's say this is just going in one of my normal funnels, nothing to do with this website, just to get the button to work. So when I press that, I think that's good. I think this is going to the next page. Yeah. So that means we come out of this, we go to the actual page like the CEO would see it. And let's open it in a new window so it looks clearer. And also I can change the slash thing here. So it could say /free guide or something. So you could have corporatewellbeing.com/free guide, right?
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And ideally you do want this to be your homepage, like Ed says. You just want them to do one thing and one thing only, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to share about you. Like, you can do more on that page, but to keep it simple like we've done so far, that's all we needed to do, right? So
Yeah.
okay. So now I quickly go here. I'll open a new tab. This is your website. Corporate Wellbeing London. Here's the perfect solution for CEOs of law firms who want peak staff performance, even if you're finding it difficult to connect with your staff. Free bonus insider statistics on how lack of productivity is hurting law firms in London. It's quite a good hook. People who see it are going to look at it, then they're like, okay, cool. Here's what I'm going to show you. How to communicate to keep your staff, the little known secret of staff absenteeism, how this firm hit 99% employee satisfaction. They'll think that what? Obviously it's 95, but we'll change that. And if you do find a firm that has a high number like that, obviously adjust to what it is. A simple strategy for boosting productivity. So they'll just, okay, fine, whatever. Yes, I want to get my staff at peak performance now. Download the guide. There you can type it in. So whatever, could be Anthony. From your email, just make it up. And yes, I'm ready to get my guide now. Will not spam, rent, or sell your information. There probably needs to be a GDPR policy on this as well.
Yeah. I'll just use Ed's.
Yeah, exactly. And that's it. So your guide is being delivered to your inbox. Please allow up to 15 minutes for it to arrive. In the meantime, please take a look at this short message from me in the video below. That will be your video when it's ready. Book a free peak staff consultation call. And that will be linked to the Calendly, right? To your actual booking page.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it is. That's the end of your funnel for the websites. But hopefully they're looking at your report in their inbox, right? And you can actually follow up with them yourself, because at least you've got their details, right?
Yeah.
And if some of them will hopefully also book in a meeting with you if you're positioning everything to solve their problem. Yeah. So how's that been?
That's been really good.
Yeah.
It's been quite. I think I've taken it on.
Yeah.
Quite easily.
Yeah. It's done there, isn't it? Like, in terms of, we've done it live in front of you, whilst literally from scratch, including content and everything. And now we're actually at a finished product almost, in terms of some fine details.
Yeah.
But in terms of for you to think like, oh, I don't know anything about funnels, and I have no idea like how to start, like now you've got there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all there, isn't it? I suppose all I've got to do is a bit of background work on exactly what they would want in a call, if they had the consultation call.
Yeah.
And then if I, in the next step, in terms of creating an actual proper sale with them, what they would want as in a consultation face to face, maybe, you know, in their office.
Yeah. I mean, if you're really thinking business wise, you want to think about what is your end paid product. That is the thing they would really want. So forget about the price tag. If you were giving them this, like everything you could think of as your best product, right?
Yeah.
And they were going to have it, is that something they would actually want, right? So you want to find out there's enough interest in market testing on that. Then you'll create a packaged product out of that, right? And you got to work out what is the price point for this. But similar to what I'm doing with you right now, right? I'm giving the session for free, right? I'm giving it for free so that I can collect more experience and I can collect more data from you and like from your words and your experiences, and even just doing the session alone, how valuable this is, right?
Yeah.
And what even if I need to improve, what can be improved, or what they really like about it, what we like, wow, that's been really good, therefore I can talk about it to other people, and because you've said it's good, I can put that on my marketing, right? And then worth a lot more when people see my page. They're like, okay, he's actually done this. Like, I know I can do this, but I've got to somehow demonstrate that on my marketing through helping others, as opposed to that I can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me to get testimonials on
you got to do case studies.
Case studies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why you want a page anyway to demonstrate your value, right? You want a freebie to demonstrate your value. So at least you're giving your case studies something before they start, so they feel invested into this. Like, I just came to you, right? I'm just saying, hey, I'm giving some value here. Here's some stuff in the meantime, or I'm demonstrating I have that value. And then that will make you be interested to take your time out to do this with me, right? But also knowing you should get a result from it. And then now you're here, you know you've got a result from it. Hold on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just keep it closed, and then I'll turn the key. All right, so yeah, so exact same kind of process. So you could even learn from how I've done this a little bit. But no, it'd be really interesting to see how you get on, man. Like, it's different doing it B2B, like in terms of like an actual corporate approach, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, dude, let me know how you get on. I would suggest your next steps would be, you definitely need to create that freebie, right?
Yeah.
You definitely create that freebie. And you want to market test as well what your offers actually are. Like, I know myself, my offers are going to be valuable because I was just sharing it by speaking about it. People are like, yeah, get me on board. I'd like to get that. And then once you've done a bit of that, then spend the time to like create the stuff. So maybe network to find that out. Even just share your page and say, this is the page. It's not finished, but I'm just saying, if you saw this page, would this give you something? Like, would you actually want to download something like this? If I create a report like this?
Would you want to download it? What's the best way to network on that one, do you think?
So I think to start with, you want to find out you're interested in them, right? It's not about what's in it for you. It's about them. And remember, we want to find the guy with the problem, right? We want to be speaking to the guy with the problem because that's the one who's going to be okay, who's going to feel okay to actually download this thing that's going to solve their problem, right? That makes sense?
Yeah.
So not everyone is going to be that guy, right? So it's either like, do you know anyone who? Do you know any other CEO friends who? In their business, they might be struggling with this or that. Or it could be like, have you done a staff performance survey recently? Anything like that? And then as you do these approaches, you'll get feedback yourself of how the approach was, right? And you'll think about whether I should change something, whether I should tweak something or not.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be an interesting one because all these pages, they're great, but at the end of the day, you get out what you put in. Yeah. So I have various strategies on how to use that with Facebook and social media so that it's just cool. People want to come to the page, and once it's all set up, it's all taken care of. But to start with, yeah, your case studying, your market testing, your networking, it's got to be done. But you'll feel great when you actually get any results, feedback about what you've got. You will feel good.
Yeah.
Then it's just about how you get this more out there, knowing that it is wanted, right? And there is interest. So cool, Anthony, man, this has been good. What I'm going to do is I've recorded this, so I'll send you the recording of this. It's 3 hours, so it is quite a long one. I don't know if that will upload in a nice time, but we have got the recording. What I'll do is take some of those action steps that I've suggested, right? I'll share this link with you as well, so you get to look at your page back. But I'll follow up with you, right? I'll follow up, see what have you been doing, what's been going on next, and what you need to do to actually now turn, you know, what we've done here into something actually outcome effective with using it.
Yeah.
So maybe give it your best shot to, you know, complete some stuff over the next week. And then we'll keep in touch so that, you know, this is actually going somewhere. It's not just like, cool, I showed you how to create a page. It's actually something that's useful.
Create some business.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
Cool, man. Any feedback on your side? How was the session, and how are you before and after?
Before and after.
One second.
I feel like.
But it's closed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Thanks.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I feel like I've actually completed something. I feel like there's you know, there's like a almost like a vehicle to, or a platform to start from. You know, so I feel like it's also a little bit easier for me to go forward with something, and it's like I'm already ahead of the game. You know, having a specific structure as well. You know, because if you haven't, and you try and show somebody like a CEO, like, you know, just a questionnaire, it's just like, well, no thanks. But if he looks at that and it's like on a mobile or whatever he's got in his hand at the time, okay, yeah. Oh, well, actually, this, I don't want this as a free offer here, but actually I want this, and this. I can then say, okay, and then just literally productize it into what I've got there as a framework that I've already got there, if that makes sense. Yeah. So
yeah,
just put it into the framework of the ClickFunnels straight away, rather than writing down a list of something and trying to put my head around something. It's quite modular in a way, and just fits into each slot kind of simultaneously. Yeah. So and also you have put a lot of energy in. I can tell that. I can tell the passion, you know, the want to give and to get, want to give, put all in. Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, I feel a lot more confident about things than what I was before the conversation as well. So thank you as well.
Beautiful, nice one. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad that you stepped up to decide, you want to take the offer to be a case study. So that's your rewards for it, right? To
Thank
You
you.
want the
Yeah.
best to help me out with this, and hopefully I'm going to blow up this service and business, and it's going to come from starts like this. So I really appreciate it. Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I definitely want to surround myself against, great people and get this. It's time for me to get everything that I want. The time is now, because another 10 years I'll be 46.
Oh, right. They're going to say 40. I
I had to think about that. It wasn't the mathematics, it was just me remembering how old I was.
Well, it's fine. The time is now. There's no other time. There's no 10 years time. The time is just now. All right, dude. Yeah, this has been great. So cool. We'll finish it here, right? I'll stop the recording.
Okay.
And that's it, man. Friday evening, go hustle, do what you need to do.
Thank you. Will do. All right. And have a good hustle this weekend as well. And I really appreciate and thank you a lot. You really helped. And if you were like physical, I'd give you a hug.
Virtual Wi-Fi hug.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you take care, and I'll keep you updated.
All right. Cool, man. Peace, dude.
All right. Cheers, man. Take care.
Oh, by the way, can we take a screenshot picture? Just take a screenshot picture. I'm gonna put it in the group as well later. Say like, yeah, we've got another case study here. I've had one this morning, and one more now is good. There we go. Nice one, mate. I'll let you get that done. I'll go as well. I've got a lot of the house.
All right. Okay.
See you later.
Take care.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye. All right.